Hey, I'm Patrick, and this is Meditations on Being. I wanted to come through today with a little prompt. It's something that I've been thinking about, and I thought it was interesting, and I wanted to put it out there into the collective as something that we can think about together. So, as you're probably aware, the world is kind of falling apart right now. And there's two ways that you can look at it. You can look at it of I'm going to play into the way that things are going. I'm going to contribute to the negativity, or we can start to envision the world that we actually would want to live in. And I mean, like, we usually think about these kinds of things, but I mean to go like a step beyond the normal. So, what I mean specifically is like we sort of as adults get into our set ways of thinking, like, this is how the world works. And we kind of accept that as an answer for why things are not good, but we accept it as it is. So, for instance, the the first thing that came to my mind is zoos. Um, Zoos are prisons for animals, and sure, there's pros and cons to it. You know, educating kids and having a nice way to see animals and kind of get to know them. That's like a component of why they could exist. Trying not to pass any judgments on it, although I'm saying like prisons kind of brings a judgment. But really, what I'm inviting us to all do is spend time thinking about what if there's a way to have that experience that doesn't involve the capture of animals and putting them in a an environment that isn't natural and they don't have full freedom. What if there's a way that we could design the world to be best for everybody and everything, to benefit both the animals and the kids who want to meet animals and spark that loving relationship with the living world, with Mother Nature, with Earth. And so I've been playing around with these ideas of things are going to be changing in the coming years. They're already changing now. I think if you're watching this video, you're probably part of that change, part of the spiritual awakening that's ongoing. But this is a great time for us to think about what it is that we want to see, what it is that we want to design and build, and try to pull back some of those explanations in our mind of like, just this is how it is. And I think this will become more clear when our alien friends are here in 2027 and we can see how they operate. That'll be a very easy comparison for how we are maybe stuck in some of our ways that don't have to be that way. And we can live energetically in those moments now. That helps bring us toward that future. So, taking the example of the animals in the zoo or the aquarium, I went to an aquarium recently with my young son, and we saw some seals, harbor seals, out in the water swimming around. They're very fun, very dog-like. They felt like dogs, and that's just really sad to picture your dog living in that kind of a situation. But the thing that I feel called to, the thing that I feel drawn to share here is, what does it feel like to imagine a world where we can have interactions with seals whenever we want to that are serendipitous and joyful, and there's freedom on both sides? I invite you to close your eyes if that feels good. That's what I'm doing. And just feel like, what would it feel like to have a relationship with any animal that's based on like curiosity and excitement and freedom, with like a voluntary component. It's like they're opting in, we're opting in, and we get to see how that interaction between species plays out. That's like way more exciting to me energetically if I feel that reality than feeling what it feels like to go to a zoo or an aquarium. Those just feel they feel sad in comparison. It might feel exciting on their own, but if you feel into what it would be like to just have a wild animal that lives in your backyard and to have a relationship with that wild animal that is full of curiosity and understanding and love, but they go their own way, we go our own way. They're not our pet. They don't rely on us for food or for shelter or for anything. They just come when they want to come to have an interaction that they want to have, and we have the same with them. I think that feels very exciting to me. And these are the kinds of things that, this is just one example, but there's, a million different things that we could change about our Earth and the current state of it that we're currently kind of just accepting, like, oh yeah, that's how this is. And when at some point between childhood and adulthood, you learn, or at least I learned, this is just the way the world works. And so you accept it, but it doesn't have to be like that. So yeah, I really invite you to feel into the energetics of these kinds of situations, and feel what the possibilities are here. And pull back the assumptions of like, well, the earth can do this and it can't do that, or humans have to change to heal the earth. We do have to change to heal the earth, but it might not be in a way that we expect it. It might be that we envision the earth healing itself, and that leads us to that feeling of what it feels like to picture the earth healing itself and rejuvenating. If we sit in that long enough, we might just be led to the actions that take us toward that. And we don't need to think so hard about it. We don't need to plan so hard and make it all this effort. We could just discover what it is through serendipity. And this could be a joyous experience. So yeah, I invite you to play with this kind of question. I know this wasn't the most organized video, but I just wanted to get on here and kind of get my thoughts out about some of the things that I've been thinking about. Back to the animals in particular, I don't remember the name of it, but there's a Netflix documentary about relationships between animals and people. And it talked about this like exactly. There's this guy in England somewhere who has he's a photographer, and he has like a bunch of followers on Instagram or TikTok, whatever it is. And he like live streams his interactions with these mice that live in his yard. And it's just super cool. First of all, there's a lot of learning that can happen, interspecies learning, because you see how the universe is thought of in a different way. Like mice think of the universe in a different way than humans do. And I think obviously it must be good preparation for when the aliens do come and we get to interact with them a lot more closely. This is like a good stepping stone, I see it, for a way to ease into communications with extraterrestrials. So yeah, I think that's all I've got for today. But I hope you're doing well. If you liked this video, give it a like. If you disliked it, give it a dislike. And regardless, I send you all my love. Thanks. Bye.